Hi there. Today we are going to take a look at my latest wig from Glamvigor. Now this was sent to me from Glamvigor so that I can review her for you. This is a Kanelalon fiber heat-friendly synthetic wig that is in a light ash brown color, and she has a slight wave to her. So if you'd like to discover her together, stay tuned. I'll be right back and we'll see what she's all about. Thanks for joining me today on Spare Hair Love Affair. My name is Veronica, and I am a daily wig wearer. Being a content creator is not my full-time job, but it is something that I feel kind of passionate about because I know that when I first began wearing wigs, I would have been completely lost had it not been for the folks that were sharing their experiences on social media. So that's kind of why I do it. Typically, I buy pretty much all of my wigs. However, every now and then a company will reach out to me and ask if I would care to review one. So that is what has happened with Glamvigor. This is actually the second wig they have sent me to take a look at. The first one was a straight wig. But this is how this wig arrives in the mail. It's boxed quite nicely, and it actually comes in a silk bag. Not real silk, I guess it's a satin bag. And also a wig grip with a lace parting space is included, which is kind of a nice feature. Now let's take a look at what she looks like when she comes out of bed. One thing that you will notice that is somewhat unusual for synthetic wigs, if you are a synthetic wig wearer, is that the majority of synthetic wigs that you buy from major manufacturers in the United States do not require that lace is cut. However, on Glamvigor wigs, you are going to find that you need to cut the lace. No biggie. There are times where I've had to cut the lace on major manufacturers in the United States wigs as well. But what is very nice about cap construction on her is that it runs pretty much past ear to ear. So you're going to have a really, really nice seamless integration with the front of your hairline. My first thoughts, I guess, on this wig is that the hair feels incredibly nice. This is a heat-friendly fiber, as I mentioned. The denier on it is very, very nice, and the wave pattern is exceptional. It's not super tight, kind of a very, very loose barrel curl. This is an unrooted color. She's completely unrooted, which I like. I think that looks pretty natural. It also makes for a very, very nice hairline. Also looks pretty natural. Those knots appear very well camouflaged. Let me grab my tape measure here and let's see where she comes in. We are looking at about 18 inches when the hair is not completely stretched out. That is from crown to tip. And she does have some slight layering that I'm noticing. From the actual cap construction perspective, as I mentioned previously, that lace front is really nice. It actually extends beyond the ears, which have a comb to secure. We have a partial lace top, which is going to be slightly to the left side on this without a whole lot of room for navigation. You're pretty much going to be stuck there for your part. And the back is closed wefting. Those wefts appear to be pretty close together. You have a comb at the nape, and you've got straps for adjustment to adjust the fit. In terms of the actual circumference, this is reported to accommodate on their website. I believe it's a 21.5 to a 22-inch circumference comfortably. You've got a little bit of an extended nape, and that's about it. One of the other things that I am noticing about this, which we'll have to explore once I get her on, but the way the hair is sewn on the back side, I don't know if you can notice this. We've got some upside down sewing going here. And so I am guessing that this is going to be a very easy and realistic looking wig if you want to put her up in updos. A lot of times wigs have a different directionality the way they are sewed on the bottom. So when you pull them up, you get a little bit of a lip that doesn't look real natural and you have to do a little tweaking. I have a feeling that this is going to pull back quite nicely. So we'll have to discover that once we get her on. But density feels pretty good. I would say this is a medium density wig. I am not feeling any permatease in here. As far as taking a peek in there and looking at how thick this is, it seems as though the actual volume that is coming from this is from the pattern of the fibers themselves. There is no permatease, which is quite nice, but I think we're going to be able to get some volume out of her, which I like. I am in my 50s, and so big hair days were good to me. So I am going to hop off camera real quickly, get this cut, get her on, and see what we can do with her. Be right back. Stay with me. All right, guys, she is on. I have cut the lace, and whoa, I am impressed. This is a nice wig. I have two basic tools that I'm going to use to kind of make her a little ready to go since she just came out of the box. But this does not need much. Let's take a look at this hairline first of all. That's a pretty good hairline. I didn't spend much time cutting my lace. I just kind of whacked at it. I'm losing the natural daylight that I prefer to film in, so I didn't take great care. I might need to go back in and cut this lace a little bit more, but holy cow, that really melds quite seamlessly. And the density around the hairline is extremely realistic. While we've got great fullness going on in an appropriate manner, where it should be nice and full from a styling perspective, since there is no permatease in this wig, it's really very realistic about this around the hairline, but full enough where it needs to be around the ear tabs that it camouflages things well. It still gives you a tuck. Good job, Glamvigor. Really liking this. The one thing I can tell you is that I think I need to break up this part just a little bit. The only two tools I brought in my ammunition here, the spray bottle of water and foam. So I am simply, don't have a mirror, guys, I'm using the camera. Use a little bit of water here, just to kind of camouflage a tad. Really very impressed with the curl pattern. Holy cow. And I am going to use my comb to just kind of break up this somewhat unnatural pattern. It's been baked in there. Those fibers have been baked that way. And I want to look a little more natural, I suppose. But holy cow, guys, this is beautiful. Very, very beautiful. There's not much needing to be done to this at all. One thing I will caution you, for those of you who aren't super familiar with heat-friendly fibers, although you can take heat to them, and at some point you will need to take heat in order to maintain the ends should they become a little gnarly from friction. You don't want to change the style without remembering that whatever style you change it to is the last thing that these fibers are going to remember. So if you are to straighten this wig, it is going to remain straight until you apply heat to it again and put waves into it. So if you change the actual style that this wig comes in, it is going to not come back to this style after you wash it. So typically, because I am not a super great beautician with my heat-friendly wigs, what I do, this is such a beautiful curl pattern, I will do the least that I have to do with heat in order to maintain it, because I don't want to mess it up. I think this is gorgeous as it is. Let me kind of turn around for you so you can see what we're dealing with here. The right side. There's the back. And I did have a little bit of shedding when I cut my lace, which is typical. I actually got in there and cut a little bit of the fibers around the ears. Do not panic if that happens. It does not mean that you have a defective wig. Wow. I would definitely consider this a medium to higher density wig. At the same time, it is not heavy. I apologize. I did not do a conversion for the actual ounces in terms of weight, but I will make sure I do. And I put this either in the description box or on the screen. But this is a fantastic wig. Best of all, for those of you who have been holding your breath, as I have when you're watching the prices of everything in the world increase, at least in the United States, increase, particularly our wigs. Synthetic wigs are extremely, extremely expensive these days. And Glamvigor wigs, in my estimation, are quite affordable for the features that you are getting. As we mentioned earlier, taking a look at cap construction, we have an extended lace front, we have a partial lace top, we have closed wefting in the back, we have heat-friendly fibers. This wig retails for $129.99 with free shipping to the United States. Additionally, they did provide me a code of Veronica10. If you care to order, would provide you an additional 10% off. Pretty good deal. So I have been very, very impressed with the quality of these wigs. I will say I don't think that their stock photos that are on the mannequins do these wigs justice at all. So I am quite impressed with the actual campaign they are doing to get real human beings in these wigs and actually show what they could look like on a person. It's kind of a caveat of all wig manufacturers. We always say, gosh, don't go by the stock photos. If we went off the stock photos that are on mannequins, I don't think any of us would be wig wearers. But I'm going to give another thumbs up to this wig. I am extremely impressed, and I can't wait to do a little more tweaking with it and see what I can do in terms of achieving other hairstyles. As I said, I think that this is going to be extremely, extremely simple and pretty to do updos or half updos with because of the way these fibers are sewn. I don't know if we're going to be able to see this, but quite natural. It has the sewing directionality that is done the appropriate way, where you're not going to have that unusually harsh line that requires you to cut baby hairs down there. So great job, Glamvigor. Make sure that you visit glamvigor.com. If you are not into this style, there is likely some style that you are going to find might suit your tastes. So again, I'd like to thank Glamvigor for giving me the opportunity to try this wig. And I would like to leave you with one thought. And that is to remember that you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you choose to feel confident. So wear that wig and wear it proudly. And I'll see you next time on Spare Hair Love Affair. Thanks for watching.